She saw a picture taken at their ranch in Oklahoma while looking through her camera roll. Blake had on it. He was holding a fishing rod beside the lake while wearing a flannel shirt and grinning. As Blake took the photo, Gwen's reflection was hardly discernible in the water. During a rare weekend off, the spontaneous photo was taken. The image has a personal touch, resembling a private moment amid a chaotic setting. After a moment of hesitation, she wrote the caption, "Finding peace in the quiet moments. Expressed appreciation for the roots we have planted. #LoveLive." She added a heart emoji and then hit the post button. The internet was in a frenzy. Admirers narrowed their eyes at the picture, examining every detail. Could Gwen be reflected in that? The photo does not include her. Why is that? Someone left a comment. The caption appears to be a little cryptic. Someone else thought, is Paradise having problems? Others, though, recognized potential. Roots that have been planted by us. It was such a kind and sincere message to Blake. Posts with trendy hashtags like #WhenandBlake and #LoveLife exacerbated the controversy. And peace-headed Gwen Stefani's latest post hints at strength in her marriage to Blake Shelton appeared in People magazine a few hours later. Actually, Gwen and Blake's marriage was a complex tapestry of challenges as well as joy. Blake was from Miranda Lambert, and she was Gwen from Gavin Rossdale. In 2014, they had first connected on The Voice. Divorce is a journey that two broken hearts are going through. The unmistakable chemistry between them, a mix of lighthearted banter and similar ideologies, could not be denied. By 2021, they had tied the hitch in a rustic ceremony in Oklahoma, with Blake wearing denim and Gwen wearing a custom-made Vera Wang outfit. Their blended family, which included Blake, their loving stepfather, and Gwen's sons Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo, served as the focal point of their existence. Stardom, though, grew relentless. While studio sessions and pub appearances were commonplace for Blake's country fame, Gwen's pop-rock empire necessitated her going on tours and forming brand alliances. At times, the 2,000 miles separating Nashville and Los Angeles could seem like a divide. Gwen used FaceTime to call Blake that specific evening, speaking softly. "The fans are going crazy with that lake pic, darling." In order to hide it, she tucked a lock of hair behind her ear while joking. Blake's laughter was audible over the telephone line. "Let them discuss it, Darvin. They don't know who we are. Don't you think the day was fantastic? You nearly fell into the ocean because you were so intent on obtaining that shot." Gwen smiled as she remembered. "Yes, and you made fun of me rather than offering me support. A fool." As their talk progressed, the ease of their connection managed to bridge the gap. Gwen's tone, however, shifted. "Are you certain that everything that is happening is acceptable to us?" "Anarchy." Blake appeared to soften his gaze. "Gwen, don't worry. Everything is all right. We are alone. I would select you every single damn day, even if it takes work." Gwen's mind kept returning to the conversation in front of her as she resumed her song. Through the cacophony, "I hear your heart / miles apart," yet the words of the song were never more than a few miles apart, and they immediately came out. Within the context of the ranch, the children, and the love that lasted through the storms were all things that they shared in their life together. This was the title that she chose for it, Roots We Planted. Following the presentation of a demonstration to Blake, the latter responded with a text message that read, "Damn woman. Finally, our story comes to an end. Would you like to jot it down with me together with me?" After that, Gwen boarded a plane and traveled to Nashville the following week. It was during her arrival at the airport that she was photographed by paparazzi, which resulted in headlines such as "Gwen joins Blake in Nashville." In order to get her marriage back on track, she made the decision to ignore the ruckus and go straight to Blake's studio, which was a barn that had been transformed into a secure sanctuary filled with guitars and whiskey bottles. Blake greeted her with his cowboy hat slightly cocked to the side and offered her a hug without any clothing on. Mrs. Shelton, are you ready to demonstrate your ability to do some enchantment? During the recording process, which took a great length of time, Gwen's pop soul vocals were woven in with Blake's growly twang vocals. The music producer Shane McAnally referred to this song as a banger with heart in his description of it. During the time that they were filming, they discussed the early days of their relationship, including instances in which Gwen pulled Blake to yoga and Blake taught Gwen how to fish. Nevertheless, they also talked about the more challenging parts, such as the stress of having to schedule things and the pressure of being examined by the general public. Gwen disclosed, with her voice barely heard above a whisper, that there are moments when she feels as though she is failing you. She said this in a way that was barely audible. Blake took hold of her hand and held it. My entire universe revolves around you, Gwen. No other light glows brighter than that one does. There is no other light. A few weeks later, when we released the roots that we had planted, it caused it to skyrocket, and it eventually reached the top of the pop and country charts together. The fans, who were able to perceive the persistence of the couple, studied the phrases in order to better understand them. When we bend, we don't break, and we appreciate the roots that we create. In the music video that was shot at their property, Gwen and Blake were shown together in the scene. It was observed that they were joyful, dancing, and genuine. Those individuals who had misgivings were successfully persuaded that their bond was unbreakable. During the time that Gwen was in Los Angeles, she hosted a listening party for the record that she had just released. In the course of the party, her sons were seen playing around. A video call was made by Blake from a tour stop, and friends, including artists Pharrell and Carson Daly, congratulated the couple on their success using the video call. Once again, Gwen posted a photo to her Instagram account, and this time it was a picture of Blake's face that was displayed on the screen during the call. According to the statement, I am thankful to each and every one of you for the love that you have shown me. There was a planting of our roots. Despite the fact that the post became viral, Gwen and Blake had already progressed to the next stage of their relationship when the message appeared. They planned to celebrate Thanksgiving at the ranch with only the two of them and the children there, with the idea of having a quiet and serene occasion. As Gwen was going through the process of packing, she came across a message from Blake that was concealed within her bag. The note carried the following message: You are my roots, my wings, and my everything. With all due respect, it was the lake, the studio, and the life that they had created for themselves that held the key to their reality. With a smile on her face, she was aware that the public may speculate, but the truth was found in the quiet moments. In the end, the post that Gwen made turned out to be more than just a trace of information. The statement was a declaration that their marriage, despite the fact that it was not perfect, was theirs, deeply rooted and becoming stronger with time.